The avalanche-named Octagon is tumbling into the next German city on the 17th of June in Oberhausen. The 15th of April at the Home Credit Arena, Liberec.
Jedním ze zápasů Tipsport GAMECHANGER je duel Maté Kertése, proti kterému nakonec jako náhradník nastoupí muž, který měl původně směřovat do rezervních zápasů, Mohamed Grabinski.
For me, it's a big opportunity to be a part of this big tournament here in Octagon, but my goal is first to win this show. Second thing is of course the money.
Má za sebou 22 vítězství, z nich 12 ukončil KO a 4 utáhnul před limitem. Celkově 16 ukončení z něj dělá velmi nepříjemného soupeře pro maďarského ohaře, který je na Octagon už zvyklý. Grabinski má na svém kontě zápasy v GMC, kde byl také šampionem, a poslední svůj duel šel o titul organizace Brave.
The best fighters in Europe start here in this tournament, and yeah, for me it's a very big opportunity and I'm very excited about it.
Maté Kertész se stal favoritem pro tento zápas, nicméně jeho bilance 13 vítězství a 5 porážek je o něco slabší než bilance Grabinského. Přesto jej domácí fanoušci favorizují. Maté dokázal v Octagonu vyhrát 5 z posledních 6 zápasů a jediná porážka s Bojanem Veličkovičem byla více než sporná.
I'm going to win because now I'm on that point in my career that I have the experience and also technical and physical achievements.
Čeká nás fantastický zápas dvou mužů, kteří stále mají to nejlepší před sebou, a Maté Kertész ve svém 13. zápase pro Octagon bude potřebovat přetavit toto číslo ve šťastné.
So here we go. You talk about the drama unfolding this week. This man was part of it as John Hathaway, one of the UK hopes and actually one of the favourites, tipped by many, including the one, the only Carlos Vermola to win the entire tournament, had to step out. Unfortunately, had to come out of the tournament due to an injury, but that meant opportunity knocked for this man, Marcel Mohamed Grabinski. Now, we've got the German team here as well, the ones that put on the shows over there in Germany. They've got a close-knit network with a lot of the fighters over there, particularly in Dusseldorf with that UFD gym. And they say this is a guy to watch. 31 years of age, well-rounded, now training with UFD, which means he's sparring with the likes of Christian Ekelin, Hatif Moel, Hassan Shaban, David Savada, and even Soldic over there. 16 of his 22 wins are by finish, 12 by knockout, and 4 by submission. This guy is stepping in, and it's kind of under the radar, Luke, but once again, we've seen it already. We cannot sleep on a fighter like Grabinski.
Yeah, Grabinski, Mohamed, you know, coming in here as a bit of an underdog, taking on a real seasoned pro in Kertész that all of the Octagon fans know, but we just saw that in MSV, MVS, that he could surprise us. The new blood coming in through this tournament. This is his moment here. Pressure is going to be on Kertész. We know what he brings to the table, but for Grabinski, he's here to prove himself, to prove his name, and to show us what he's capable of.
You look at his skill set as well. Undoubtedly a well-rounded fighter, looking at those finishes, 12 knockouts, 4 submissions, but also a former 2-weight world champion for the GFC promotion over there in Germany. Lightweight and super lightweight, has moved up to welterweight and actually thinks it'll benefit him. He's got great cardio. That is one of the weapons he uses, and without having to have those dramatic weight loss on fight week, he feels his cardio will be even more of a weapon tonight. Again, we welcome the cold-blooded Maté Kertész. Listen to the arena. They love this guy. Octagon fans have become very familiar, very fond of this guy with his performances. 2 wins over the likes of Christian Jungwirth. That was his last fight back at Octagon 36. He's also been training and mixed up his training between Hungary and going over to AKA, adding more wrestling to his to the mix. We talked about it in the commentary meeting earlier today. We know his striking good, we know his cardio is good, but mixing it up and even spending some of his camps over there in AKA with the likes of Islam Ashayev, Nurmagomedov, all those guys, really has taken his game to the next level. He is Hungary's #1 fighter. He is not ranked as far as in the top 2, 3 to win this tournament, but for me, you look at the skill set, Luke, you look at that conditioning he's got, but then on top of that, and it's a phrase you hear a lot, but really applies to this man, the fight IQ he has a tournament style, he knows how to grind out victories, how to gain the win in all situations, and that could see him rise to the top.
We've seen Kertész in great situations, in tough situations, come back from losing to, you know, he's someone we know so well, and we've seen him grow here at Octagon. We've seen him improve in front of our eyes, and for me, with the move to AKO over the last few camps that he's had, he has the experience at the elite level, training with those guys and feeling what it's like, now mixing in the skills that he's learned to what he already has, specifically in this fight, you know, where Grabinski says his biggest weapon is his cardio. Well, that doesn't do much against Kertész.
Yes, that's the test, right?
It's, you know, he's so used to fighting. Throughout the fight, he gets better and better and better. His cardio is incredible. So with the weight advantage in a slight way, being the bigger man, being a welterweight for a longer time, it's going to be interesting to see the dynamics of this fight. But I think his style and his forward pressure, we're going to see, you know, a back and forth battle from both these men.
So we look at the tail of the tape. 31 years of age, Grabinski. 30 is the Hungarian, the cold-blooded Kertész. Height and reach slightly on the side there of Grabinski. Some experience as well, but the tip spot odds firmly in the favor of Maté, the cold-blooded Kertész. This, another one of our tip spot game changer bouts. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a welterweight bout with schedule for 3 5-minute rounds, and the referee in charge is Václav Přibyl. Let me introduce you both fighters, and we will start in the blue corner. He is 31 years old, stand 184 centimeter tall, weight in at 77.5 kilo. Represent UFD gym, and the coach in his corner is Alex Kissler. He has a professional record of 29 fights, 22 wins, 16 finishes, and only 7 losses. Fighting out of Germany, Marcel Mohamed Grabinski. In the red corner, he's 30 years old, stand 183 centimeter tall, weight in 77.4 kilo. Represent PSK CrossFit Gym, and the coach in his corner is Roland Schultkraut. He has a professional record of 17 fights, 13 wins, 5 KOs and 4 losses. Fighting out of Hungary, Maté, the cold-blooded Kertész.
Fighters, 3 rounds, 5 minutes. Follow my instruction. Touch gloves if you want. Go back to the corner. Good luck, man.
Stoic stare there from Grabinski, staring at his opponent, his adversary from Hungary, Maté Kertész. Grabinski in the white shorts with the German flag. Blue corner taking on Maté Kertész. Black shorts, red corner. Set and ready, off we go. Straight away, Grabinski looking to get in the face here of Maté Kertész. I love Kertész's movement. Oh, and looking for the takedown early, Luke. That says a lot. Oh, the jump. Oh, huge knee. Grabinski trying to follow up Kertész in survival mode. What a start to this fight.
Does great to survive here, Kertész, and he's still connected to Grabinski.
He's trying to keep the pressure. Grabinski has turned it around nicely. Now Kertész looking for that takedown again, Luke, but he's been tested on the chin already.
And just missed with that elbow as well, slicing elbow, just missed. And great takedown defense here from Grabinski. Big shot early on. But Maté Kertész, we've seen him here before. That's what he said, his cardio and his forward motion and his fighting heart. You cannot doubt it. Once he's been rocked, but we know he's going to continue fighting. He'll fight to the end.
And again, instinct stuck Straight in there, looked for that single leg, looked to try and reverse it, and now he's got this grappling position. We've seen him use a lot of cage control in other fights before. We saw that against Jungwirth, Velichkovic, and now looking to impose it against Grabinski.
Yeah, but Grabinski looks very comfortable in this position. He doesn't seem, you know, out of sorts. And he's trying to escape here, create space very well.
He does well that frame nicely to make the space circles out. Off we go again, Luke.
Needs to be careful with the head position, does Kertész. Now, you can see him leaning as he punches. That's what happened with the knee. He leans his head forward and he lowers the level. There it is. And if he throws a knee or uppercut up the middle, that's how he got caught in the first instance with that knee. Digging those double underhooks very well from Grabinski. Beautiful takedown defense. Nice frame here. Needs to be careful of an elbow.
Nice little short jab there just off the frame. But what we're seeing is the game plan of Kertész being laid out very early on here, Luke. We thought maybe he would look to use the sides of the cage, his footwork, his striking, but no. It looks like he wants that takedown, wants the clinch. Oh, again, the right hand from Grabinski.
Again, every time he's punching Kertész, he's leaning forwards, closing that distance. Looks in for that single leg.
Look at the way he's reacted to that, though. Beautiful takedown defense, Luke.
Yeah, very powerful as well. Great frame here with the crossface and the left arm. Gets on top. Now could look to go to head and arm, maybe grab around the head, but instead decides to try and pull out his opponent.
What a strong start here from the German from Dusseldorf. Oh, the right hand! Oh, my goodness! Oh, he's done it! He's done it! Grabinski, look for the walkaway KO. Finished it with hammer fist and the silence the crowd. Oh, Luke, what a moment. He stepped in here for John Hathaway, who had to come out. He came in against arguably one of the toughest fights in this tournament, one of the most well-rounded fighters, and he just did that.
Absolutely clinical finish there. Caught him with the right hand, and to be fair, could have been over as he walked off for the walk-off KO. I've done that in my career a couple times as well. Thought I got a knockout, walked off, and had to finish it up. Manages to finish up with hammer fist. But for me, what was more impressive was the way he defended the takedowns, created the frames, and created space on the fence. That's what opened up that finish. He was so difficult to take down and did all the right things. Fought with the frames extremely well, then landed that bomb on the right hand and finishes the fight here in the first round. Like you said, Maté Kertész, one of the favorites. You've got to give it to Grabinski now.
And it wasn't like he edged the victory, Luke. He won that. A dominant victory. His takedown defense was fantastic. The sprawl, the reversals. Then on the feet, just cleaner shots. And then to get the hammer fist off the back of almost getting the walkaway KO. Unreal, right?
Yeah, beautiful finish. Clinical. And it seemed effortless. Seemed like he wasn't even bothered.
And we're going to look back at it, Luke. I want you to talk us through it because I just want to sit and enjoy it.
Here we go as he comes up to the feet. That was the initial knee early on that took him out. Landed very, very well. Had a real roller coaster to get here, did Grabinski. Then goes to the body with a left hook and lands that right hand. Here he walks up, doesn't get stopped, and just turns around and lands 3, 4 hammers. Very, very clinical right hand. Here you see it. Beautiful right arc hook that lands over the top. See how he goes to the body with the left hand and comes over the top with the right. Clinical stuff, textbook.
Wow. The numbers mean nothing again, Luke. It was that one shot and then the follow-up.
Yeah, just only 3 minutes into the first round. That beautiful left hand to the body, right hand to the head. And Maté just caught with his left hand low. Clips the chin. And we get the knockout victory. They are now brought to the middle of the cage, middle of our octagon cage here, as we await Andrei Novotny to make it official.
Andrei just behind us now, making his way towards the cage. But what a night this has been already. The Tipsport Game Changer living up to the billing. The fighters rising to the challenge. Let's make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know the winner after 2 minutes, 50 seconds by KO and going through the quarterfinal, Marcel Mohamed Grabinski.
Oh, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Du hast gerade einen der heißesten Contender für den gesamten Turniersieg, obwohl du kurzfristig dazugekommen bist, einfach ausradiert. Was ist da passiert? Wie hast du das hingekriegt?
Leute, ich bin auf Short Notice in dieses Tournament gekommen. Mir wurde 3 Wochen vorher gesagt, dass ich einen Kampf bei OKTAGON machen kann. Da war noch gar nicht die Rede vom Tournament. Ich habe natürlich zugesagt, weil ich unbedingt vor Ramadan kämpfen wollte. Für mich war einfach nur wichtig zu kämpfen. Eine Woche vorher wurde mir gesagt, ey, du bist in einem Reservekampf dabei, gegen eigentlich einen anderen Gegner, der auch am heutigen Abend gekämpft hat. Wiederum 2 Tage später wurde mir wieder ein neuer Gegner angeboten. Das habe ich natürlich auch direkt wahrgenommen, weil ich damit automatisch direkt in das Hauptturnier eingerückt bin. Und so eine Chance lasse ich mir natürlich nicht entgehen.
Wow, so he came here, short notice to OKTAGON, short notice into this tournament. Then, a couple of days ago, he was informed that his opponent would gonna change, but he absolutely didn't care. He just came here to fight, and even the recent changes, he accepted all the changes and just made it to the tournament. Wow, also wirklich krasse Performance. Jetzt bist du offiziell weiter im Turnier. Hast du schon jemanden, gegen den du gerne kämpfen würdest, oder wie sieht deine weitere Planung aus? Wie geht's jetzt konkret für dich weiter?
Ich sag mal so, also wer in diesem Tournament ganz nach oben will, beziehungsweise wer sich den Sieg holen will, der muss jeden schlagen. Deshalb, ich glaube, viele haben sich Gedanken gemacht, wem die später als nächsten Gegner sich rauspicken wollen. Mir ist das im Grunde genommen völlig egal. Ich kämpfe gegen jeden, weil wie gesagt, um als Sieger hier aus diesem Tournament rauszukommen, muss ich einfach jeden besiegen. Wiederum, auch wenn er ein sehr netter Kerl ist, würde es, glaube ich, in Oberhausen Sinn machen, ein deutsch-deutsches Duell zu machen. Und da kommt ja niemand anderes in Frage, als, wovon ich ausgehe, dass er auch heute als Sieger rausgeht, Christian Jungwirth.
Okay, wow. So when I was asking him about how is your next step going to look like, he said, if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. He absolutely does not care who he's fighting against. When he wants to win the tournament, he is absolutely in there in order to fight anybody who is in line for the tournament victory. And he also just noticed that maybe in Oberhausen, in the next event in Germany, he could be fighting against the other German fighter, Christian the Kelt Jungwirth, where he's also confident that he's going to win today. Vielen Dank. Ladies and gentlemen, Mo Grabinski.
Make a noise for my opponent.
The avalanche-named Octagon is tumbling into the next German city on the 17th of June in Oberhausen. The 15th of April at the Home Credit Arena, Liberec.